It is currently rained here at the track a little bit. Track's all wet, so I'm waiting for it to dry up. The weather is not really calling for rain, so I'm killing time since I'm the only one here. The Benelli is going to get raced again next weekend, but you can see I took the tail section off and the side panels here. This is all the hardware that's required to remove all that, so there's quite a bit of screws there to use on the Benelli. Anyway, I got that off, and the whole reason I'm doing this while I wait out the drying out of the track is I never took the turn signals or the tail light off the bike. If you crash, it's likely to get damaged, so if they're not needed, take them off, put them in a box, and when you sell the bike in the future, it's easier to sell it with unbroken parts or having to buy expensive new parts. Okay, I've taken the turn signals off the tail. This is what we're removing from the bike. It weighs maybe a pound. Anyway, more importantly, this is stuff that will not get damaged when you crash. While putting the tail section back together, there's this piece in the middle that joins the back. 2 bolts hold it to the left and right side, but if I flip it over, there is some room for improvement. So on the bottom side here, you will see there's some tabs that sort of lock into each side, so that gives it a little bit of an anchor on both sides. But these points here were bolting to the tail light before, so the tail light held these 2 points in place. So what I need to do later is put an aluminum straight bracket across to join these 2 sides together. That'll give a little more strength to the tail section. I'm afraid this is going to fatigue crack at some point. It's just not terribly solid, so a little metal plate joining those 2, put the bolts back in, will improve things. But for today, I'm going to ride it just joined together as is with only 2 bolts. Slim down and ready to fight. Got some openings there, no big deal. Just need to put all the bolts back in and bolt everything back up. I did have to loosen the muffler to be able to get into the bolts back there, but a bunch of spots where we got to put all of these screws back in. While putting the tail back on, I've made a few best practice kind of improvements. I put a zip tie here. Getting in here, this zip tie is, there's this metal bracket on the subframe. That is the ECU down there, and this is the wiring harness that goes to it. But you'll see these bolt heads from the bottom side of the fender up there stick up. And what I didn't want to happen was for that wiring harness to be loose, laying down near the end of those and letting vibration, etc., eventually wear into the bracket, cabling, etc. Anyway, it would unlikely cause a short, but zip tie is a few cents and it gets it away from the bolt heads so that they don't wear. Tidied up. That's as ready to race as it's gonna get.